It was the kind of night only the exhausted could understand. At 3:27 a.m., the fluorescent lights flickered faintly as Dr. Cole Harrington strolled through the quiet corridors of St. Grace Memorial Hospital. The halls were unusually still, save for the occasional beep of a monitor and the soft footsteps of a few late-shift nurses. A world-renowned heart surgeon and hospital board member, Cole was known for his brilliance, precision, and for being a little too distant, a man wrapped in layers of success, loss, and unspoken regrets. He wasn't supposed to be on the night shift. But an emergency cardiac case had brought him in hours earlier. Now, done with the surgery and unable to sleep, he wandered the hospital with a coffee in one hand and a storm of thoughts in the other. That's when he saw her. Emily Carter. A dedicated nurse in her early 30s, asleep on the worn leather couch in the staff break room. She was curled into herself, still in her scrubs, a frayed backpack under her head like a makeshift pillow. Her shoes were off, her feet swollen and red. A small bandage peeked out from her ankle. Her phone vibrated gently beside her, lighting up briefly with the name "Mom, missed call." For some reason, Cole stopped in his tracks. He knew Emily by face, had seen her countless times bustling between patients, always calm, always kind. She was the type of nurse who didn't just check vitals, she held hands, remembered patient allergies by heart, and snuck extra pudding cups to the elderly when no one was looking. He had never seen her like this, vulnerable, tired, alone. She stirred awake, blinking groggily as she saw him. "Dr. Harrington, I was just taking a quick rest, I didn't mean to fall asleep." He raised his hand gently. "It's okay. You missed your bus?" She nodded, embarrassed. "Yeah. I usually catch the last one home, but I was covering for someone." Again. There was silence. He noticed her cracked phone screen, her torn name badge, her eyes, so full of fatigue that no amount of caffeine could fix. "You have kids?" he asked suddenly. Emily hesitated, then nodded. "Two. Jake and Lily. They're 6 and 9. They're with my mom at night." Cole didn't say anything else. He just gave a tight nod, left her with the rest of the coffee from his thermos, and walked out. But that moment lingered in his mind longer than expected. What Emily didn't know was that Cole had once grown up not too differently. Raised by a single mother who worked 2 jobs, a janitor by night and a diner waitress by day, he knew what it meant to sleep at work. He had slept under diner booths while his mother refilled coffee cups for tips that never added up. He remembered the smell of ammonia from hospital bathrooms where she used to clean, just to keep him enrolled in school. No one had ever helped them. He had vowed, once he'd made it, that he'd never forget what it was like to be unseen. That night, he didn't sleep either. The next morning, Emily received an email from HR. Subject: Revised schedule confirmation. She stared at the screen in disbelief. Her usual back-to-back night shifts had been replaced with a fixed daytime schedule, giving her time in the evenings to be with her kids. No more scrambling for babysitters or missing school plays. A separate attachment read: "Your pending loan from St. Grace Credit Union has been paid in full." What? She rushed to the nurse's station, her heart pounding, and found an envelope in her mailbox with the hospital letterhead. Inside was a hand-signed letter from Dr. Cole Harrington. "Dear Nurse Carter. Heroes don't always wear capes. Some wear scrubs and work overtime, unnoticed. I saw you, not just last night, but every night you've shown up, even when no one was watching. Consider this a thank you from someone who was once on the receiving end of a nurse's silent sacrifices. Cole Harrington." Emily's hands trembled. She went outside, called her mom, and cried. For the first time in years, they were tears of relief. Within days, word spread. Local nurses started whispering about a new support fund quietly launched by Dr. Harrington. The Night Angels Initiative. It provided free transportation, childcare assistance, rent stipends, and mental health counseling for nurses working double shifts or facing hardship. Emily was appointed as the lead program coordinator, an honor that gave her flexible hours, a salary increase, and a chance to help others like her. The fund exploded in popularity after a viral news story titled, "From Scrubs to Savior: How a Nurse Inspired a Millionaire to Change Hospital Culture." Donations poured in from around the country. Months later, Cole walked into a hospital conference room filled with tired but hopeful faces. Nurses, janitors, support staff, the invisible ones. And there, standing confidently in a soft blue blouse, was Emily, leading a seminar on work-life balance in healthcare. Their eyes met. She smiled. "You okay?" she asked as he lingered near the door. He nodded. "I am now." At an end-of-year gala, the hospital honored Emily with the Florence Nightingale Award for Outstanding Care. As she stepped onto the stage, she didn't talk about her own struggle. Instead, she pointed to Cole, seated at the front. "I used to believe no one saw me. That people like me just existed in the background. But that night, one person did. And because of that, I've learned that kindness isn't just a gesture, it's a seed. And when you plant it in the right soil, it grows beyond anything you imagined." Later that night, Cole stood alone outside, looking at the stars. Emily joined him, holding a glass of sparkling water. "Do you think your mom would be proud?" she asked gently. He smiled. "She'd say, about time you did something useful with all that money." They laughed. And in that simple, quiet moment, millionaire and nurse, past and present, something healing passed between them. Sometimes the most profound changes come not from headlines or boardrooms, but from a tired nurse sleeping in a break room, and a man who finally stopped long enough to see her. Because real wealth isn't in bank accounts. It's in hearts touched, burdens lifted, and lives forever changed.